What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so we got the Brat and Judy back in the spotlight today. Back in the spotlight, bro. This is going to be a bad breakup. This is going to be a bad breakup. I could tell already. It says the Brat exposes Judy's criminal activities and a kid drowned in her pool. That's crazy. I've never known that. But that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. Lex always bringing it to you, the best. Spicy.
Child, the streets are saying that now that the marriage between the Brat and Judy Jessica Dupart is going into shambles, she might as well just let us in on her dark, evil past and why she decided to drop Judy's big behind. But is the Brat really one to speak on anyone's past, given her own nasty past?
It was so quick that it just happened. Like the bottle it just on top of my head. Before I can do anything, I'm just standing there, just relaxed and just open.
I'm gonna need y'all to get seated and grab yourselves some popcorn because this is one hot stankin' mess. Okay, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen the rumors floating around claiming that the Brat and Judy are headed for divorce. Allegedly, the Brat also wants full custody of their son, and for her to get full custody, she may have to prove that True would be better off with her than with Judy. And that's where Judy's diabolical, evil ways come in.
Don't ignore me. Bad enough my child can't get a "What's up, little James? How you doing? How things going?" You know, all he got was lies like, "Hey, I'm going to take you here for your birthday." Never happened. "I'm going to take you here just because." Never happened. Everything y'all seen my child get, that's all he got. Everything that y'all seen him get. If y'all didn't see him get it, he didn't get it.
Y'all, I do not know why a lot of these scandals with Judy are just involving kids. But in one of her scandals, Judy was getting dragged through the mud for doing Lil James dirty.
We want to be done with that contract.
Contract?
The contract that everybody thought we signed that changed our life.
What contract?
And it was... No, that wasn't the case.
For those who recall, Lil James went viral when he was around 6 or 7 for being hilarious, and Judy reached out to his family, as she has done with many children before, to try to ride their coattails to promote her products. Apparently, once things were not going the way she wanted them to, she turned on Lil James and told him he wasn't funny. Sources were actually saying that she had this baby believing he was a failure, and based on how the mom spoke about the situation, Judy was pure evil. And to make matters worse, she locked Lil James in some contract to siphon the money he made to her. To add on to that, Lil James's mom also talked about the contract situation, and it was actually worse than what was already out there.
Don't forget, she told me to quit my job. She got me for me to go work at her warehouse. Oh yeah. Sis was shipping out them products to make a little change for her churn, because what she was giving was not enough. So yeah, it was right. It don't tell you nothing because I ended up watching it. So it was, "I'm going to pay your rent," which is $1,400. It was $1,400. "I'm going to pay you $1,500 for pro." We were supposed to be getting money off the shirts, but that went left real fast. And plus, it was pointless because once we got the first big walk back of the shirts, she took us off dump for putting the money into the shirts. Then, like, amount went for shipping and handling. And what was left, we had to split that in half.
What?
Although we was the ones going in that warehouse shipping out the shirts. Sending the emails.
Bamboozle, bro. She bamboozled this lady and her kid, man. That's crazy. People do anything, man, to get over on people for $1. That's crazy. How you sit here and tell this young lady to quit her job because her son is funny and you want to use him? Only to do her this. That is crazy, bro. You have to be careful nowadays. Everybody's out for $1. to get over on people and everything, especially the Hollywood people. Man, they'll sell their soul. They don't care about the kids, anything to live that lavish lifestyle, bro. And that's not fair, bro.
It was, yeah. I get half, you get the other half, because we business partners. But once business partners moved, after she told me she would not move and leave me there by myself, it's like, girl, I don't have time for you. Like, I'm about to just get this one on to do this job, this one on to do this job. Only job we had was do the 4 posts for $1,500 a month and learn how to work TikTok.
Allegedly, other than the situation with Lil James, another thing the Brat is bringing to light is how a child drowned in Judy's pool. And while it may have been an accident, what people found disturbing was how Judy tried to frustrate the mom and threw her former assistant and ex-best friend Shayna Solachek under the bus. There was even a lawsuit that was filed by the mom for wrongful death. And it clearly shows how Judy put the entire blame on Shayna. For a bit of background, in the summer of 2018, Judy offered Shayna a job with Kaleidoscope and asked her to move to New Orleans. She described her as her assistant, but Shayna did not have a specific job title and was not limited to getting cups of coffee. She provided event coordination services like arranging flights and hotel accommodations, and also helped manage Kaleidoscope operations by paying bills and handling invoices. Shayna even provided her opinion with respect to the company's marketing and would overall perform a range of various duties whenever she needed to. According to the lawsuit, the 4-year-old child of Bovie and Kia Joan Juliet Walker drowned in Judy's pool on September 5th, 2019. And on August 5th, 2020, Judy was sued for wrongful death and survival damages resulting from Andy's death. What happened was that on that fateful day, Andy's mom arrived at Judy's Lakeview house in New Orleans to do her makeup. Shayna Solachek worked with Judy at the time and was the one who had previously contacted Kia Walker to schedule Judy's makeup session. And Shayna answered the door when she arrived. Apparently, the Lakeview home included a backyard with a swimming pool that did not have a security fence or covering. And when Kia went with Andy into the house, she proceeded to a bedroom where Judy was already working with a personal stylist. Kia then began setting up for the makeup session, and Andy asked if she could see the house's swimming pool. Based on the lawsuit, Judy said she would accompany Andy to the pool once her mom finished applying her makeup. But before her makeup was complete, she told Shayna, "Shay, bring Andy to the pool while I get my makeup done." So at some point after Andy left with Shayna, Andy returned to the bedroom very quickly, maybe like a minute or two after leaving. And then Andy departed a second time shortly after returning. Now, Kia presumed that Shayna was still monitoring Andy, but roughly 10 to 15 minutes after Andy left the room for a second time, Shayna returned to the bedroom without Andy. When Shayna returned, Kia questioned Shayna as to Andy's whereabouts, and Shayna stated that she did not know where Andy was. Kia then rushed to the pool, but Andy had sadly already drowned. Now enter how the assistant and former BFF was set up. So in response to the lawsuit, there was a lot of information pointing to how Shayna was the one who was watching Andy. And while Kaleidoscope argued that Shayna didn't have a duty of care, Kaleidoscope also argued that summary judgment was proper because Shayna was not in the course and scope of employment with Kaleidoscope at the time of Andy's death. Basically, they were trying to remove any and all responsibility from Judy and Kaleidoscope. In fact, Judy also filed a motion arguing that there were no facts or information that supported the proposition that she was liable for the alleged conduct of Shayna, and she further maintained that she owed no duty to Andy. It gets even messier because obviously after that incident, Shayna and Judy started feuding, and a couple of years later, Judy names her son True Legend. For those who recall, 1 year after the Brat and Judy got married, the Brat announced that they were expecting their first child together. The baby was conceived through IVF, using Judy's egg and the sperm from an anonymous donor from a cryobank. The Brat even said about the pregnancy at the time, "I never thought I was going to have kids. I just thought it wasn't in the cards for me. I've had a great career, a full life. I felt like because I didn't get pregnant earlier on, then it just wasn't going to happen for me. I can't believe he came out of me. Feels like a dream. He's perfect in every way. The journey to motherhood has been more amazing than we could have ever imagined." But guess what? Shayna has 2 sons named True and Legend. Coincidence?
What?
I don't think so. Honestly, knowing Judy, she probably named her son after her ex-BFF sons with full knowledge, as some weirdo move to seem dominant over another woman. Like she knows the names of Shayna's kids, so why would she name her son after both her sons, knowing very well what happened between them? And I know that True and Legend are pretty common names, names nowadays, so I would understand if it was one name. But two names? To a lot of people, this only proved that Judy has always been diabolical and evil. Baby, Shayna definitely saw what was happening there, and she responded in a post saying, "There are so many names in the world. My two sons' names did not have to be it. I advise you to back off. I don't do well with demons trying to attack my children. I am ready for war at this point. One name, I would say, okay, so many people have that name. But to take both of their names, all negativity will be blocked. My page, my piece, my kids. Don't mention others on this post." Now, in a different post, Shayna also threatened to expose Judy's evil ways when she wrote, "I'm so fed up with you and your wicked ways. I've kept quiet for years, no matter how many paid interviews or blogs wanted to. But you name your child after my children, now you are going way too far." And it goes on. Allegedly, Judy also scammed a bunch of people and let others, including her former girlfriend, take the fall. Several blogs have actually reported that she is a pro scammer, and this may actually be her claim to riches. I even came across a thread that talked about how one ex of Judy went to prison for scamming with her. And when she came out and wrote a book, Judy allegedly bought every copy and sabotaged all her efforts simply because she didn't want folks reading about her fraud and how she set others up to do time. And let's not forget about the suspicious arsons at 2 hair salons she owned that landed her a settlement from her insurance company. Allegedly, this woman has always been a scammer, and a lot of people are saying that they wouldn't be surprised if her marriage to the Brat was just a calculated move. Basically, with the reports about their divorce, allegedly, these are just some of the things the Brat has been saying behind the scenes. And given that she has been with Judy for a while now, she probably has even more dirt. Well, we also have people saying that the Brat has no business exposing anyone's past because our own past is also sketchy as hell. Like, isn't this the same person that was arrested after she reportedly got into a fight with a woman over VIP seats at a Georgia nightclub? At some point during the altercation, the Brat is said to have hit the woman over the head using a firearm, and the woman was taken to the hospital and received 6 stitches on her head. According to police, the Brat jumped the woman for sitting in the VIP lounge and not leaving when her followers told her to leave. The following year, the Brat pleaded guilty to reckless conduct, a misdemeanor, and was sentenced to 80 hours of community service, a $1,000 fine, and to spend a year on probation. Child, the Brat is also the same person who attacked one Shayla Stevens when she was working part-time as a waitress and hostess at Studio 72, a nightclub in Tucker owned by Jermaine Dupri. Reportedly, while working as a hostess at a private Halloween party at the nightclub, the Brat attacked her unprovoked. As a result, Shayla filed a lawsuit against the Brat. She received a 3-year prison sentence followed by 7 years of probation and 200 hours of community service. And the Brat was also ordered to undergo substance treatment, a mental evaluation, and anger management classes. Now, what really happened was that Shayla said that she was attempting to walk away from the Brat when the Brat a nearly full bottle of rum over her head. She further alleged that Jermaine Dupri and his security did not remove the Brat from the club and failed to protect her from the Brat during the altercation. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Jermaine failed to seek appropriate and timely medical treatment for her or to report the Brat to the authorities for fear of bad publicity for Studio 72. In her lawsuit, Shayla claimed force trauma to the head, resulting in brain damage. She also sustained severe lacerations to her head and face, which resulted in permanent scarring and nerve damage. She argued that, in addition to medical treatment and pain and suffering, her career as a professional cheerleader and actress was cut short due to her facial disfigurement, resulting in a loss of income. So this is not someone who should be talking about anyone's criminal past, especially considering she hasn't even paid Shayla the millions she was ordered to pay her. Anyway, as we wait to see how this separation unfolds, let me know what you think of Judy's criminal past and alleged evil nature. Do you think this is what caused the rift between her and the Brat? And do you think this is something the Brat should be exposing? Sound off in the comments.
Man, that's crazy. This is crazy. I know the Brat was a bad, she from the ATL, so I know how she get down. I didn't know she did all that stuff. Pistol whip, bottles across the head, and all kind of other stuff. And here goes Judy, the biggest scammer. So how them two together? I've never known all this about both of these ladies, man. This is crazy. The Brat ain't finished paying her lawsuit money yet. Judy using kids to promote her products on Kaleidoscope. And now the Brat had carried a baby for her, only to find out they're breaking up. And this is another Judy scam, bro. And the Brat fell for it. Judy is clearly using kids to promote her business. This is crazy. This is crazy. That goes to show you everything that look good is not good. Everything that shines ain't gold. But at the end of the day, we're gonna keep covering this Brat story and this Judy story. I want to find out some more. And the more I find out, the more I'm gonna give you guys. Make sure y'all comment, liking, and subscribing and sharing the videos, man. We're on the road to 500K. Man, this is crazy. Y'all stay tuned for the next.